Call the December the 19th, 2011 special meeting of the Frankfort Board of Commissioners to order. I'd like to have the invocation today by Reverend Libby McManus, Associate Minister of the First Christian Church. I'd like for us all, please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Let us pray. Eternal God, we give you thanks for the gift of this day and for this holy week. We give you thanks for the gifts of leadership in those chosen ones who are gathered here, those who are representing this beloved community today. We ask that you would guide their meeting, that their thinking would be calm and careful, that they would decide wisely and well, that you would make their concerns your concerns, so that in the end, when their work is done, you would say, it is good. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, be seated. And Reverend McManus, thank you very much for being with us today. Okay, I want to welcome everyone here to the last meeting of year 2011. Please have the roll call.
Mr. Wilder.
Here.
Mr. Hedden.
Here.
Mr. Turner.
Here.
Mr. May.
Here.
Mayor Grant.
Here, all present, accounted for. You have the first item of business is the minutes, and we have the minutes for November the 21st, 2011 work session, November the 28th, 2011 regular meeting, December the 5th, 2011 special meeting. Now, we've had access to these minutes for a number of days. Do I have any motion regarding the amendments?
Move for approval.
Okay, we've got a motion for approval. Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
And then Commissioner Hayden for second. Any discussion? Okay, please call the roll.
Mr. Wilder.
Yes.
Mr. Hedden.
Yes.
Mr. Turner.
Yes.
Mr. May.
Yes.
Mayor Grant.
Yes, so the minutes are approved. Next item on the agenda is ceremonial items. Turn it over to the city manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, we do have some ceremonial items today, and I'd like Chief Posich to come forward first of all.
Thank you, Mr. Goins. We have two promotions in the fire department taking place today. Firefighter Paramedic Brad Durr is being promoted to the rank of sergeant, and Sergeant Michael Billings is being promoted to lieutenant. So if Mr. Durr would come up first, and I think each of them have some family members that they would like to do the honors for them. So you would like your wife to do your badge? All right. There we go. Brad has been with us for 6 years now, I think. He's a member of our dive team and our technical response team, and also serves on our honor guard, which that's this incident. And your chevrons? One for you. Whoops. Go put the clutches on later. Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And next, Sergeant Michael Billings, if you'd come up, bring your family. put these in your pocket, please.
Can you do me a favor and read that out loud?
Case of what?
Fisher gave it to me. Captain Fisher gave it to me for my Christmas last year. And those are the pens that he gave me.
Some of the, you know how guys pull pranks on each other. He's got a case here that says, in case of emergency or actual promotion, break glass. That's got his Chevron. I'll just keep these. Sergeant Billings has been with us 13 years now, I think.
Yes.
And he's a paramedic sergeant, and also serves as a paramedic with the police department on the city's tactical response team. So, if you would do the honors of the badge, or would you like me to? Okay. You can do the sheriff honors. Okay. Yes, sir. Just bugle down. Bugle down. There you go.
Call it?
Either one.
Good. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now would Chief Wilhoit come forward, please?
Real quick story here. Went to a conference with Daryl, 911 director, retiring this year after 30 years service with the city. Went to a conference with him, and instead of participating in some of the networking events, we decided to strike out on our own and look for some entertainment. They had a game room there. They had a pool table and a ping pong table in there. Well, I'm kind of a competitive person, so I thought I'd play a little pool with Daryl. Well, he just cleaned me out. I mean, he just tore me up. So I said, we'll try ping pong. And I was just, going at it, and he just beat the stuffings out of me. And I couldn't understand it. And I said, Daryl, how'd you get so good at this? And he goes, well, you forget that for 15 years I was a fireman. And that's the one thing I want to point out about Daryl's service. I called the other day at his retirement ceremony. I call him kind of the Swiss Army knife of the city, because he's been a fireman. He was one of the first 3 paramedics in the fire department for the city. He has trained people in advanced life support. Of course, he came over in another life. He was a helicopter pilot. He came over and ran our dispatch center and coordinated the move to the new building and coordinated the upgrades to the digital radio systems. So he's worked for 30 years. He's worked tirelessly for the citizens of Frankfort and Franklin County, and we're certainly going to miss him and wish him well in his future endeavors. And he's got some family members here, his wife Tammy and his daughter Macy.
I tell people that instead of over 30 years, it seems more like 3. I guess that's a good sign when you're having a good time, when you're enjoying what you're doing. The city's been a good employer. It's somebody we'll miss. Tell people, most of the people over there, all but one of the 18 people over there I actually hired myself, and we've traveled together and had dinners together and been to church together and weddings, funerals, you name it. So they're a lot more family than they are co-workers. I've also told the story. My wife said she doesn't remember it this way. She says my memory sometimes is different from hers, and hers is more than likely right, but I shouldn't say it in public. But anyway, was working at a factory here in Frankfort, and one Sunday morning we opened up the paper, and she's looking through the classifieds, and she said, hey, there's an ad in here where the city of Frankfort is hiring firefighters. You ought to go down and put in. So I guess the rest, as they say, is history. That's been well over 30 years ago. So no, it's been a good time. My daughters have grown up here and participated in a lot of city events, and used to come and visit me at the fire station and at dispatch and stuff like that. So again, I'm going to miss it, but I'm proud to have served. Thank you very much.
Darrell, on behalf of the city, we give you a certificate of appreciation for your 30 years.
Thank you very much.
And 3 months. I know certificates may not really show what appreciation we have for you,
right.
But the 3 years I've worked with you, I've always enjoyed the positive outlook you've had on your job, and pleasure to see you around, and I wish you well.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
If I may, I've got one other addition, Darrell. Just a certificate here that reads, presented to Darrell S. Hensley in recognition and appreciation of your 30 years service to the city of Frankfort and Franklin County. Having served as a firefighter, sergeant, and lieutenant in the Frankfort Fire Department for 14 years, and having served as dispatcher and 911 director for 16 years, your contributions to the employees, citizens, and the visitors to Frankfort and Franklin County are hereby recognized upon your retirement with best wishes for your future endeavors.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'd like to, any of the commissioners that would like to have any comments to make. I see Commissioner Ray hit his hand first, then Commissioner Turner. Commissioner Ray.
Thank you, Mayor. Having had an opportunity to work with Sergeant Durr and Lieutenant Billings for a number of years, I can say that it's great to have them move up through the ranks. I've watched them from their first years in the department to where they are now, and their families have been great support systems for them. So that's what it takes, and in the fire service especially, to have a great support system at home, and they have that. And with Darrell, I was able to see him go through the fire department, go over to dispatch as the director. Many people may or may not know this, but dispatch, before we were in the new public safety building, we were working out of the back of this, we always called it a broom closet, and went from that space, and it's hard to imagine now, looking at the new dispatch center, how we ever were able to operate and function in there. But Darrell was able to oversee that dispatch center, go from what we call the broom closet to a state-of-the-art system that is a model for Kentucky and consistently rated one of the top dispatch agencies in the state. That there are ratings, the FBI and the state police and other agencies actually come in and do audits and rate that, and they always give them the highest marks. I think they made 100% a few times on their reports even. So thank you all for your service and continued service, and Darrell, we're going to miss you, and I know Tammy will take great care at home, and it's good to see your daughter here. Watched her grow from grade school up through college, and she's got a great career ahead of her too.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Turner.
I just want to take a quick second to congratulate Sergeant Durr and Lieutenant Billings on their promotions today. Certainly a career of hard work here at the city, and also to thank Darrell for your service, and congratulations and best wishes to you in retirement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. We ready to move on to the next item of business. People want to leave with us. Hold on.
Thanks,
congratulations to you, each of you.
Congratulations.
What, y'all don't want to stay?
Okay, the next item on the agenda of the citizens' comment section. Now, the citizens' comment for today, since this is a special meeting, must address the agenda items. So, any citizen would like to come before the commission, we'd ask you if you could to please confine your comments to around 5 minutes, and please take a position over here by the microphone and give us your name and then make your comments. Any citizen wants to make comments. Okay?
I'm Teresa Walton, resident of Indian Hills. And I came today to congratulate the Commission for joining the forward-looking communities like Lexington with the new garbage delivery pickup system. I know many people have said that there were many problems with it, but nothing major has occurred either in Lexington or in Franklin County, who have this cart type of pickup system. My Franklin County friends find the type of cart that the city's going to have to be very easy to use, and needless to say, I'm a senior citizen, so therefore most of my friends are. And they also hold up better than any various type of garbage can you can buy commercially. This alone will save city residents money by not having to continually replace garbage cans. Another plus for this system is there'll be no more struggling with the tops of those red recycling bins. I fight them every week. On December 5th, the Herald Leader had a long article about Lexington's success with recycling. They've estimated that some 87% of Lexington citizens recycle. I would hate to think that the people of Frankfort are not as concerned about the environment as those in Fayette County. Another interesting note in the article was the recycling not only saves money in tipping fees and by selling the recyclable material, it is also a job creator. In Kentucky alone, over 250 people work in manufacturing plants that use recycled materials across the state, and so we would be adding to that. I was told by someone that there was no guarantee that the recycler would continue to buy our recycling, which is not a true fact. That place in Lexington is a several county cooperative recycling place, and one place in the article said they couldn't get enough material for some of the demand. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, next person.
I'm Pat Layton, and I am a resident of South Frankfort now, and I probably have one of the longest driveways known in South Frankfort, so I not only have to pull my various waste containers a long distance, I also have to go up a hill. And so I really appreciate that, but not just for me, for the city. It makes me feel good to have city commissioners who are progressive. And I respect the opinions of others who do not agree with this, but I do believe in the end that we, as Teresa Walton just said, along with Fayette County, will show how much more progressive we as a city are. I want to thank you for your support, and I will really appreciate come February when I can roll that recycle can up the hill. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else?
My name is Mike Walford, and I live in South Frankfort. And since I've moved to Frankfort about 8 years ago, one of the things I really appreciated was the opportunity to be able to recycle. And I've noticed my own behavior changing to where now I'm to the point there are pickup days that I've got as much stuff in the recycling container as I've got in the garbage can. And it just is a matter of small focus on paying attention to that, that people can change and actually do that and make it better. So I'm in favor of this. I do read the paper where I hear people list all the reasons and things that others may not have thought about or you haven't thought about, and there's no plan that's perfect that considers every contingency. And so the point is that I commend you for making this effort, and if things come up, I'm confident you'll be able to figure out how to solve them.
but I think it's the right thing to do, and I'm in support of it. Besides, my garbage cans are wearing out, and I'm glad to get a new one.
Okay, thank you. Another one?
My name is Sally Hill Stumbo, and I didn't prepare any remarks to make, but I'm going to say ditto to all that has been said by the previous folks. I know from experience how hard it is to sit in your seats and make these decisions, and I just commend you, all of you, for the difficulty that you've had and the long process that it has taken you to finally come to this decision. I too am a little old lady, and I have to drag those red things down my steps and out in my yard because I'm not strong enough to carry them. So I just can't wait to get my wheels. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, any comments from the commissioners before we move on? Okay. Thank you very much for your citizen comments. We're now down to ordinances. So, Mr. Moore.
Ordinance 4.1 by title and summary. An ordinance amending Frankfort Code of Ordinances, Chapter 52, Section 52.04. Paragraph A1 and paragraph A8 charges. Summary, this ordinance deletes the scheduled January 1, 2012 rate increase of 15% in section 52.04A1, sets forth rate increases of 7.5% in the per month sewer charge on January 1, 2014 and January 1, 2016, and corrects a typographical error in section 52.04A8.
Okay, do we have a motion for ordinance 4.1? Commissioner May for approval. A second. Mr. Wilder, any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wilder?
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden? Yes. Commissioner Turner?
Yes.
Commissioner May?
Yes.
Mayor Grant?
Yes, so ordinance 4.1 is approved.
Ordinance 4.2, an ordinance to amend the City of Frankfort's Code of Ordinances, Chapter 150.05 by amending the City of Frankfort's Property Maintenance Code, Section 301, subsections 106.2, 106.2.2, 106.6, 107.1, 107.2, 107.2.1, 107.7, 108.2, 108.4, 108.5, 108.6, 109.1, 109.2, 109.3, 110.1, 110.6, 110.7, and adding sections 109.1.1, 110.1.1 through 110.1.3. Summary. This ordinance amends the city's property maintenance code by amending the notice procedures and method of service, the process and standards of boarding, securing vacant structure, the process of emergency measures, the standards and process for demolitions, as well as those cited within the historic districts, and to clarify the appeal process and options.
Okay, do I have a motion regarding ordinance 4.2? Commissioner Wilder, got a motion for approval. Got a second from Mr. Hedden. Any discussion? Commissioner Wilder.
Mayor, I just want to thank the Architectural Review Board and the Code Enforcement Board and all of the citizens and community groups that provided input to this process. When that many folks come together to work on something that doesn't just help our staff put together a comprehensive overhaul that really addresses the needs of the community, but it obviously, if folks want their voices heard in government, they need to step up and participate, and a lot of folks participated in this process, and we really appreciate it.
Okay, any comments? Okay, call the roll.
Commissioner Wilder?
Yes.
Commissioner Hedden? Yes. Commissioner Turner?
Yes.
Commissioner May?
Yes.
Mayor Grant?
Yes, so ordinance 4.2 is adopted.
Ordinance 4.3 by title, an ordinance amending Chapter 50, Garbage Solid Waste, Sections 50.01, 50.02, 50.03, 50.05, 50.06, 50.12, 50.13, 50.14, and 50.99 of the City of Frankfort's Code of Ordinances. Summary. This ordinance substantially amends Chapter 50 of the City of Frankfort's Code of Ordinances by specifically amending Sections 50.01, 50.02, 50.03, 50.05, 50.06, 50.12, 50.13, 50.14, and 50.99 to provide on a quarterly basis for one day on which the normal garbage pickup limitations do not apply for the pickup of yard waste in garbage containers with a capacity of 32 gallons or less, or paper yard waste bags with a filled weight not exceeding 50 pounds for the use of wheeled garbage containers with an approximate size of 35, 65, or 95 gallons to be provided by the city to each dwelling unit qualifying for residential service, for 12 garbage bags with an approximate capacity of 33 gallons to be provided annually at no cost to each dwelling unit, to waive the requirement to place the garbage container at curbside where the premises are occupied solely by one or more persons with physical limitations that prevent the persons from placing the container at the curbside, or the topography of the premises prevents the placement of the container at the curbside, to provide that city-issued garbage containers are to be used for garbage or recycling purposes only, to prohibit the placement of garbage on property of another, to state that the city shall bear no liability for the improper use or placement of the garbage containers, to provide for the issuance of a notice of violation by Public Works upon the violation of certain provisions of Chapter 50 and a $25 fine, and to provide for fees of $4 per month for containers with an approximate capacity of 65 gallons and $12 per month for containers with an approximate capacity of 95 gallons and $3 per extra city-issued garbage bags purchased. Said ordinance to take effect on February 1, 2012.
Okay, do I have a motion for the approval of ordinance 4.3? Commissioner Wilder, do I have a second? Commissioner Turner, any discussion? Commissioner Hidden.
I still would just like to say I personally think that a start date of July 1st would be better. I'll still vote yes for it. But starting July 1st, that allow the 6 bags we're distributing to start to cover for the rest of the year. We wouldn't have to worry about that second dispense and allow people time to get used to the program. But I'll still vote yes nonetheless to this.
Okay. Mr. Turner.
I just want to take a quick moment to make a couple of comments here. First off, I want to thank all of the Public Works staff who spent hours on end helping put this program together, this new plan for how Frankfort will handle its solid waste. I want to personally thank each and every one of you all for that. Thank our city manager for his hard work and our city solicitor for their hard work as well. This debate began more than a year ago, but in our official capacity we began it in January. It was clear from last year's election that the people wanted a new direction in how we handle our solid waste system. Immediately upon coming into office, this new commission began to work on that. We held public forums where we invited people throughout the entire community to come out and give us direction on where to go. Their opinions and their thoughts were clear. Those who came out and listened to the facts and debated the subject, they wanted to move forward with a pay-as-you-throw system. The commission then began the process of research